Watson?
Yes?
Watch. The chemical reaction you are about to witness will solve the mystery concerning the persecution of Mr. John Vincent Harding.
Excellent. The tobacco millionaire. Shall I take notes?
No, I will dictate in the fullness of time.
There's a young lady wishes to see you, Mr. Holmes.
This is not a convenient moment.
She's very well spoken, a genuine lady.
No doubt.
And persistent, too.
Mrs. Hudson, I, too, am extremely persistent, especially when I'm working.
It is a matter of great urgency, Mr. Holmes, or I would not be troubling you on a Saturday evening.
Well, perhaps you could delay your chemical reaction, Holmes.
Very well.
Do sit down. Miss...
Violet Smith.
Dr. Watson. Thank you, Mrs. Hudson.
A genuine lady, I told you.
Oh, please.
Thank you. I'll be quite happy here.
Very well. Miss Smith, you must tell us your matter of great urgency. It is obviously not your health. So ardent a bicyclist must be full of energy.
Yes, I bicycle a good deal.
Slight roughening on the side of the soles caused by the friction of the pedals.
Excellent, Watson. The marks on your shoes.
Yes. Even if I have to travel a long way, I take my bicycle on the train with me, as I did today.
You will excuse me, but it is my business. Yes, I nearly fell into the error of supposing you earned a living by typewriting, but of course it is obviously music. You will observe, Watson, a spatulate finger ends, which is common to both professions. There is a spirituality about the face, however, which the typewriter does not generate. This lady is a musician.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I teach music.
In the country, I presume, from your complexion.
Near Farnham, on the borders of Surrey. But please, let me explain why I am here. I am an only child, and my father died some years ago.
His name and profession?
James Smith. He conducted the orchestra at the Old Imperial Theatre.
Ah, the Old Imperial, Holmes.
Yes. Please continue.
My mother and I were left without a relation in the world, except for one uncle, Ralph Smith, who went to Africa 15 years ago. And we have not had a word from him since, despite our Christmas cards and photographs. Mr. Holmes, I have to tell you that...
I think you wish to tell me that you and your mother are very poor, notwithstanding your obvious grace, dignity, and talent.
We were very poor.
Ah.
About 4 months ago, in February, we were told there was an advertisement in the Times inquiring for our whereabouts. You can imagine how excited we were, for we thought that someone had left us a fortune. I went at once to the lawyers whose name was given in the paper.
Now, this is Miss Violet Smith.
The solicitor introduced me to 2 men, a Mr. Carruthers and a Mr. Woodley. They were on a visit from South Africa.
I wish I could tell you your uncle left you a vast fortune, but as I said...
He died in extreme poverty.
However, I myself am not without means.
My mother and I never sought charity.
No, nor do I offer it. Please. I have a question to ask of you. Your Uncle Ralph said you were very musical. Do you teach music?
Yes.
Miss Smith, I am now a widower with a 10-year-old daughter.
Young Sarah.
She needs a music teacher. So you see, I do not offer charity.
A job. He wants to give you a job.
Whereabouts in London do you live, Mr. Carruthers?
I don't. I live about 6 miles from Farnham, in Surrey, at Chiltern Grange.
I couldn't possibly leave my mother on her own.
I will pay you £100 a year.
100 a year?
Yes.
Approximately double the market price, I think.
Oh, at least.
Which you obviously accepted. Or you wouldn't be here now.
Yes, I accepted the offer. Oh, Mr. Carruthers agreed that I should go home every weekend to my mother in town.
So this is one of your weekend visits to London?
It is.
Tell me about your life at Chiltern Grange.
For a while, it was quite perfect. Every Monday morning, I would take the train to Farnham and then bicycle from the station to the house. The little girl's name was Sarah, and she was delightful, as well as being a very good pupil.
That was very much better, Sarah.
May I try it again?
Of course. That's why we're here.
Mr. Carruthers was appreciative of my work and an extremely kind and considerate host.
It sounds idyllic.
It was.
What happened to spoil it?
A visitor.
Mr. Woodley.
However did you guess, Mr. Holmes?
Miss Smith. I never guess. Tell me about his visit.